My cherished child, the instant you hit play, a subtle shift enveloped the atmosphere around you, akin to a soft warning whispered on the breeze. Unbeknownst to you, an individual is already approaching your home, a mysterious black bag in hand. Their movements reveal a deliberate purpose, almost as if rehearsed, each step connected to a truth that was not intended for your discovery. This is no mere delivery, nor is it a chance encounter. That black bag carries something intricately linked to your name and destiny. Those aware of its contents have fervently hoped you would never unveil it. Yet, fate has not favored them, it has chosen you. New winds of change are swirling around your life. And you can sense it. The arrival of the bag is not the work of an adversary or a stranger, but rather someone who has quietly observed you from a distance, never once noticed. This person has been safeguarding you in ways unseen and only mustered the courage to reveal their findings just last night. They sealed the bag, understanding that no message, no call, no caution could adequately prepare you for its contents. It holds revelations that will redefine your understanding of your past, your connections, and your future. The individual delivering it hopes you possess the strength to confront what lies ahead. Pay close attention now. There is significance in the black color of the bag. It is not about fear or secrecy, but signifies that once you open it, the very hues of your life will transform. This object possesses the power to disrupt cycles, illuminate hidden agendas, and brighten the shadows in which others believed they could remain concealed. Inside, there is neither curse nor danger, nor any threat, but something far more compelling. It reveals the true story about an individual who has feigned a facade before you. This person has smiled outwardly while their heart trembled inwardly, carrying a truth that has been slowly consuming them, simply because they were afraid of losing you. Soon, a moment will arise, sooner than you can anticipate, when you will hear footsteps outside your door. Their approach will be calm, not frantic, stopping just inches away, placing the black bag gently on the ground as if it contains something delicate. They will then step back without knocking, without calling your name, and fade away into the night or slip into the morning haze, hoping that once you grasp the bag, your intuition will guide you to the truths they were too afraid to articulate. When you finally hold it, expect a peculiar sensation, as if the weight of the bag stems not from its contents but from the emotions entwined with them, feelings that someone has carried for an excessive period. It encompasses memories concealed from you, unfinished narratives, and revelations that connect your past to the next chapter of your life. Someone has painstakingly gathered every clue, every detail, and every unresolved moment, piecing them together for you to finally comprehend the entirety of the picture. This bag is not a threat, it is a pivotal awakening. Once you unseal it, your life will never return to its previous state, as it unveils not only what has been hidden but also the reasons behind it. My dear child, before you take another breath, recognize this. At the moment you initiated this segment, the energy surrounding that mysterious black bag shifted once more. It is as though the universe itself beckons you to remain here, absorbing every word without distraction, for what is about to be unveiled will tighten your chest, sharpen your senses, and draw you deeper into the truth that awaits just beyond your door. The bag is more than an object, it encapsulates a message, a confession, and a pivotal juncture all at once. The person who left it chose you not by coincidence, but because they recognize that your heart harbors a strength rarely witnessed by others. Here's something you have yet to hear: the individual who dropped off that black bag did not walk away nonchalantly. They lingered for a moment unseen, hidden behind their silent breath, bottling emotions that threatened to break free. They wished to knock, to say something, to cease the charade. But fear weighed heavily on their tongue, so instead, they departed quietly, trusting that the truth within the bag would convey what they could not bring themselves to voice. Inside lies the capacity to explain their peculiar behavior, their distance, their protectiveness, and their sense of being overwhelmed lately. Every action taken, every word left unspoken, every step withdrawn from you, is all intertwined with what is sealed within. Let me guide you further, for this is vital. The black bag contains something never intended for public knowledge, not even for their closest companions. It harbors a revelation kept hidden within locked drawers, personal notes, uncommunicated messages, and late-night contemplations. Upon its opening, you will grasp why someone has been safeguarding your name in conversations you will never overhear, defending your existence in spaces you've never inhabited, and preventing detractors from speaking ill of you, even in your absence. The bag holds the concluding puzzle piece to a mystery you were unaware you were part of. Its arrival now signals that the era of concealment has reached its conclusion. Listen intently. Presently, someone observes your energy from a distance. Not in a disconcerting manner, but in a way that feels almost reverent. They await your reaction when the truth falls into your hands. They hope you will not dismiss it, but rather embrace it, for enclosed within that bag is something they have held with trembling hands, a fragile truth that could shatter them if revealed. It is not wealth, nor is it hazardous, it is instead a safeguard for your future, a revelation of intentions, a key to unlock the reasons behind their reticence. My dear child, the instant you engaged with this part of the narrative, the silence surrounding that enigmatic black bag deepened, akin to air holding its breath, anticipating your revelation of what has lay hidden for far too long. The forthcoming developments will not merely demand your attention, they will immerse you so fully in the truth that time will lose all significance. We are now delving into layers that have long remained untouched, revealing why this bag found its way to your threshold and why its bearer hesitated to confront you face to face. Let this truth resonate. Before they placed that black bag before you, they spent countless hours, yes, hours, preparing what they would say. They rehearsed in front of a mirror, drafted messages left unsent, deleted voice notes before recording, and paced anxiously with the bag in their grasp, each moment adding weight to their growing apprehension. Their fear was not of you or the truth, but of the changes that truth would inevitably bring. And it is change that this bag is poised to introduce into your life. Heed these next words carefully, for this revelation will strike you like an unexpected breeze. Someone endeavored to impede this bag's journey to you, attempting to obscure, delay, and create confusion between you and the revelations you deserve. Conversations occurred in your absence, filled with murmurs of warnings. Do not inform them, they are not ready, this could ruin everything. Yet, the person who cares for you remained resolute, standing firm against those voices, pressures, and fears, knowing with unwavering certainty that you are entitled to the truth, even if it rattles your very foundation. Allow me to draw you closer still. Within that black bag lies an item that has resided with them for far too long, something they kept safeguarded in a place only accessible to them. This item was never meant for anyone else's touch, and when they placed it into the bag, their hands trembled, not from danger, but due to the deep emotional weight born of their unwavering silence. It is a piece of evidence, a memory, a message, and a revelation. It substantiates their silent defense of you in ways you've never seen and affirms their choice of you, even when it came at a personal cost. Herein lies the tightening of the tale. Once that bag had been placed at your door, something within them ruptured. Emotions they had buried for months, perhaps even years, breached the surface. They departed hastily, not from a desire to avoid you, but from the fear that if they met your gaze at that moment, their entire heart would spill forth, every truth, intention, and feeling. Neither could they afford to let that happen before you. This bag serves as their silent confession, their unexpressed truth, granting you the agency to determine what transpires next. My beloved child, the moment you engaged with this chapter, clarity surrounded the narrative of the mysterious black bag. You stand not merely as a listener but on the brink of uncovering hidden truths that tremble to escape through the fissures. The universe is now drawing you closer than ever, for what lies ahead is a revelation that the individual who has left the bag at your door hoped you would never unveil. Yet, destiny will not linger. It is unfolding before you in real time. Prior to placing the black bag at your doorstep, that individual experienced a transformative conversation. Someone confronted them, an individual who has been quietly observing your connection, fully aware of the profound impact your presence holds in their life. This individual urgently sought answers, pressing for explanations about the sudden intensity of their protective instincts toward you. In that fervent moment, a profound truth emerged, something raw, emotional, and entirely unexpected. The revelation transcended the mere contents of the bag, it was fundamentally about you. The instant your name escaped their lips, imbued with intense emotion, the atmosphere around them transformed. It became clear to them that they could no longer conceal this truth. That bag needed to reach you. As they approached your door, the black bag evolved beyond a mere object, it became a definitive choice, a decision to finally shatter the silence and allow the truth to emerge. Their heart raced, not out of fear, but because within that bag lay a connection to you that surpassed verbal expression. It contained the evidence of countless times they chose you in secret, the sacrifices they made selflessly, without seeking acknowledgement or praise. Their feelings for you ran deeper than they dared admit, and now that truth was mere inches away from your grasp. Here's the twist. The black bag concealed a piece of truth someone had tried to erase from your life. It contained a message that had been intercepted, a memory meant to remain hidden, a document, a photograph, a note, unveiling the true motivations behind their actions. It exposed those who sought to create distance between you, who misled them, and twisted the narrative. This was not just a bag, it was tangible evidence of everything you were never supposed to discover. Once you unveil its contents, you will comprehend who has been manipulating events covertly and who has fought against these influences with unwavering strength. Now, pay close attention. The bearer of that bag hasn't enjoyed a proper night's sleep in several days. They replay the moment of their decision in their mind repeatedly, the moment they released a burden they'd carried for so long. They were engulfed in a duality of terror and relief. Terror at the possibility that the truth might alter your perception of them, and relief knowing that they no longer bore the weight alone. They remained hidden, silently observing from a distance, respecting your space while fervently wishing that when you finally opened the bag, you would grasp the sincerity behind their choice, that this act was not meant to confuse you, but to liberate you. As you moved into this segment of the story, the energy surrounding that enigmatic black bag surged, feeling almost alive. It was as if the truth within had awaited this precise moment to emerge. You are now on the brink of revelation, closer than ever to discovering what could redefine your understanding of the past. Your relationships, and especially the individual who approached your door bearing that bag. The forthcoming revelation will draw you closer than anything you have encountered thus far. Before reaching your doorstep, this person was faced with one of the most challenging decisions of their life. For days, they concealed the black bag in their room, regarding it as a storm. Countless nights were spent pacing restlessly, gripping its handles, whispering to themselves that you deserved the truth while dreading the potential consequences. They recognized that once the bag made contact with your hands, there would be no opportunity for retreat, no more pretenses, no silence to hide behind. Imagining your reaction tightened their chest, not because the truth could hurt you, but because it risked revealing the depth of their connection to you, a connection you may not have even been aware of. Let me transport you into the moment when everything came undone. It occurred unexpectedly. Sitting alone, clutching the bag, they reviewed its contents one last time, your name repeating in a manner that caused their heart to ache. Then, an event that shook them occurred, a message, a call, a confrontation, something that made it clear. If they postponed revealing the truth any longer, it could fall into inappropriate hands. Someone was drawing too near, someone who should never see what lay within. Someone who would twist, conceal, or destroy it if given the chance. At that point, they stood up, grasped the bag with trembling fingers, and declared, "It's time." This was the boldest statement they had made in months. Picture this: as they walked toward your door, every memory associated with you flooded their mind like a powerful tide. Instances when they yearned to share their thoughts with you, moments spent observing you from afar, wishing to draw closer yet refraining, and instances where your name alone stirred emotions within them. With each step they took, they replayed the secrets, lies, truths, and signs that welcomed them to this critical instance. The closer they approached, the more it became clear that the black bag was not merely a collection of hidden truths, it represented their confession, their authentic self, their surrender, an unspoken offering of their heart left at your threshold. When they finally reached your door, they hesitated, not for a brief moment, but long enough to absorb everything: the weight of the bag, the rapid thumping of their heart, and the trepidation of what lay ahead. They set it down gently, as if it contained something sacred, and stepped back, not due to a desire to avoid you, but because seeing your expression could disassemble the emotional barricades they had constructed. They feared that in that moment, they would divulge everything. Unprepared and raw, and they were not ready for that vulnerability. Therefore, they walked away, hoping that the truth within the bag would articulate sentiments their voice could not convey. My cherished child, the instant you entered this part of the narrative, the truth surrounding that black bag began to resonate with a heartbeat, reverberating through the fabric of your fate. You find yourself at the apex of this tale, teetering closer than ever to the revelation that has circled silently, awaiting the right moment for your understanding. That moment, as it turns out, has finally arrived. The bag positioned at your door transcends an ordinary object, it has transformed into a signal. A gateway, a pivotal moment that cannot be overlooked. Unbeknownst to you, the person who left that bag did not simply retreat into the background. After placing it at your doorstep, they remained nearby, not retreating home, not relaxing, not forgetting. They stood just out of your line of sight, close enough to monitor your door, hoping and praying that you would reach for the bag with your own hands. Their heart raced, their breath was labored, and their emotions swirled chaotically within them. They felt both terror and relief, fearful of the consequences the truth could have while relieved that it would finally be released. The truth contained within that bag had been suffocating them long before it reached your home. Permit me to reveal another layer to this unfolding narrative. The bag carries something intensely personal, information they have kept concealed from everyone, even those closest to them. At various points, they contemplated discarding it, erasing it permanently, but each time a deeper pull directed them back to your name. This wasn't rooted in guilt or fear. It stemmed from a connection so profound that not even silence could bury it. Each day they kept the truth hidden, it grew heavier, more compelling, until concealing it became untenable. Let this sink into your consciousness. The contents of that black bag reveal not just secrets but intentions. They unveil the struggles someone faced on your behalf. The lengths they went to protect your dignity, your peace, your reputation, and your future. Certain individuals sought to distort the narrative, wishing to mislead them, whispering deceitful lies in hopes of severing the bond between you. Yet, none of it succeeded. Each time they felt pushed away, something inexorably pulled them back toward you. The black bag became their testament, an account of everything they witnessed and endured silently. Now, envision this moment, you finally move to grasp the bag. Your fingertips make contact with the black fabric, and in that instant, something shifts within you, not externally, but internally. Your intuition recognizes the energy interwoven with it. It senses the emotional weight sealed inside, acknowledging the struggle, hesitation, and courage that led the bag to your doorstep. The moment your hands make contact with it, you are no longer merely holding a bag, you are cradling someone's truth, their vulnerability, their intertwining fear and courage. And deep within, you understand that this was not a matter of chance. This was meant to reach only you, my beloved child. The minute you stepped into this part of the narrative, a yearning within that mysterious black bag stirred, almost palpably alive, as if the truth itself was aware of your approach. You are not merely a listener to a story, you have entered its realm. You occupy the precise space where destiny now decides whether to reveal everything or conceal you in darkness a while longer. Fate has chosen the path of revelation. What comes next will ensnare your thoughts so entirely that the world around you will fade away in the ensuing moments. Before that person ventured anywhere near your doorstep, they bore a tempest within their chest. Each memory, every conversation, each shared or nearly shared moment with you replayed in their mind like flashes of lightning. With every flash, the weight of the truth contained within the black bag intensified, not due to the mass of the items inside but because of the overwhelmingly emotional ties associated with them. This journey was not driven by guilt or fear. It was about a truth they had safeguarded like a flickering flame. Something they had never trusted anyone else to carry. For the first time, they were ready to place that flame in your care. You may not have realized it, but someone had bespoken a narrative to dissuade them from imparting the truth to you. This individual told them that you wouldn't be worthy of the truth, warned them that you might walk away, and advised them against revealing anything. Positioned even closer than you could foresee was someone who incessantly echoed, "Do not tell them. Keep it silent. Conceal it. They will never forgive you." These whispers originated not from malice but from envy, insecurity, and the dread of losing influence or control. Because the truth housed in that bag does not merely uncover what they've hidden. It lays bare who has sought to impede your connection from the outset. That is why this moment surpasses all others you've encountered thus far. Allow me to take you to the precise second when the truth nearly slipped from their grasp. The individual holding the bag received an unexpected notification, an alarming message that threatened to alter the trajectory of your shared story, stating, "If they find out, everything ends." For an instant, they froze, their chest tightened, and their mind raced with worry. They almost reconsidered their actions, tempted to hide the bag away once more. They nearly allowed fear to suppress the truth. Yet, in that pivotal moment, your face surged in their thoughts, along with your voice. Your strength, your energy, and your bright presence. At that juncture, everything within them revolted against their worries. They took hold of the bag, exited their dwelling, and resolutely affirmed, "They deserve the truth more than I deserve my own comfort." That decisive act changed the course of everything. Now, imagine this: while you went about your day, entirely unaware of the turbulence brewing in the backdrop, they stood across the street from your residence, clutching the black bag so tightly that their knuckles turned white. They fixated on your door, your windows, and your lights, striving to muster the courage required to take that ultimate step. Their heartbeat was not merely rapid. It was erratic, quaking, as if engaged in a duel against itself. This was not about confessing a mistake or exposing a scandal. This was about unveiling a truth they had guarded unjustly for far too long, a truth that intricately binds their fate to yours in a manner beyond your comprehension.